months ago has all built to this. The championship game in the Big 12 Conference. One that has a long history of classic finishes. We could be in for another one here today. Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see a squad out of the Big 12, the TC Unicorn Frogs, taking on the 15th-ranked team, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Gets it out quickly to the left side. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there, and it cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Penalty makes it 1st and long. To the air, it's Hoover. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 35.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Horned Frogs have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
At first down, sack a surprise. It moves him back into fringe field goal range. Looking to do on 2nd and long. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Oh, my gosh. The defense busting coverage. Leave the receiver wide open, and boy, oh boy, did they catch a break.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. He's got it in the open. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on 4th down where you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack. Second down play coming up for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking to pass. It's Hoover. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Well, if nobody's open, you can't risk the possession like this. Tossing it into coverage in the end zone, that's a good way to earn a spot on the bench.
Makes it second down and goal from the 5. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. He keeps it. QB draw. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play, and now we've got a 3rd down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Moves left out of the pocket. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And now the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to 29.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
To throw, it's Dampier. Bringing pressure. Passes the 40. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness and keeps this drive moving.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver makes the grab, and the defense storms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Can't hold on. Defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Oh, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
Coach decides to go for it on this 4th down. Gonna run it. It's Parker. Tackle made at the 41. That's 1st down yardage.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here, and they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a 1st down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. And you talk about a confidence booster going forward.
On the run, he's looking deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Utes.
Chris, I don't blame him at all for taking advantage of this matchup. Put that receiver out on the left. If he gets the matchup you like, take a shot downfield on the post and hit it for a big touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Pulls it in. It's James. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
2nd down after that short completion. Caught behind the line. It's James. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Looking for a receiver. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. It brings up 2nd down. Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion. They're going to run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaks loose at the 45. Brought down after a big gain, the 1st down. Defense, no answer for the option that time.
Oh, man, what a read here by this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job at pitching it. And how about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground? Great pickup for this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Working for the tight end, and it's caught.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That's caught. It's Payne. The ball is loose. The defense scoops it up.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but it's also recognized the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place, just the right time.
And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. On the run, it's Parker. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on a previous play. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the TCU offense is back out on the field. They moved it well last time, got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Hunter takes the toss, runs to his left. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied,
and as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to throw. It's Hoover. Pressure is coming. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. On the move now. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there, maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Incompletion makes it second down. To bootleg here. He'll throw it now. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, TCU.
I think think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Ball handed off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
The game makes it second and medium. To throw, it's Dampier. The pass rush closing in. And this one is dropped. My goodness, he was wide open. Would have been a huge game.
Well, they don't hit this one, but I love the idea of the offensive coordinator continuing to try to find the hot hand as a receiver. They missed this one, but keep throwing him the football. He's a mismatch against his secondary.
The shotgun handoff here. They've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, I thought the return team did a really good job of giving him some room to work with, but I feel like the returner was so focused on making a big play downfield that he forgot to take care of the football, and it cost him.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Fights through the tackle. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They're going to run it here. Oh, the spin move. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots.
Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Hoover. The receiver makes the catch. Breaks into the cleat. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Texas Christian. Strong game by this quarterback. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. The sophomore with great work after the catch.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. To throw, it's Dampier. The pass rush gets home.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. The pocket breaking down. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Offense out there to start a new drive on the 21. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route, the catch made. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Picks up 4. Brings up 3rd down.
So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Hoover. On the run here, lets it go. Nice throw, caught for a completion. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. The Horned Frogs will line up to boot it away. And this will be the first punt for this offense this afternoon. And here's the return. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. So here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 41.
Keep caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Nothing fancy there. Just comes out of the slot and runs a slant route.
Yeah, it's so difficult for the defense to be able to slow this play down because it happens so quickly. Even when you know and might anticipate that this throw might be coming, it's tough to disrupt the timing when it's executed well like this right here.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I'd be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaks free. scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Boy, it's fun to watch this guy run the quarterback option. This time he keeps it, big positive yards, and a first down. The defense has got to figure out a way to slow this guy down.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. And the Utes with 1st and 10 here. Quick throw caught on the left side. Oh, and he fumbles. Offense recovers the fumble. He keeps going.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Now it's 2nd down here. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So from the 18-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. And the Horned Frogs hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
And the Horned Frogs will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Choosing to return the punt. Finally forced out of bounds with a solid return that time. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining in the first half clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, they trap him for a sack. The offense will now quickly spend the timeout.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. An important third down attempt for this offense. Out of the gun now on third down. Defense is coming after him. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And the Utes will bring their punt team onto the field. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. The returner is brought down. And he started on the next drive. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Dropping back, it's Hoover. It's a short completion to the big tight end. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
Some of the crowd hoping for more, but the coach content to take this lead into halftime. The Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick this away to start the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Play of the drive now at the 25. Movement here from the tight end. The quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in the keeper.
Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now second down and 14. They look to throw it here on second down. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense picks it up on the run. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Now it's a quick shovel pass. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Great connection there for 6 points. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Breaking free at the 35. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Looking to throw. It's Dampier. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. It's been a rough game for this offensive line, allowing 4 sacks and now flagged on the holding call. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He escapes the pocket. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
The Utes will have to kick it away. And he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. With juke to get free. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Looking for a gap. It's Barnes. Runs through the defender. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And the runner takes off to his right. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, TCU.
To 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Back to pass. It's Hoover. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Moves out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move. Wide open downfield. They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
They'll try the left side with a toss. Looking for the end zone, has a lane. Touchdown, TCU. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
So no return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The first play of the drive now at the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Back to throw. It's Dampier. And this time it's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The Utes hustle to the line to run that hurry up.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
And is intercepted. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. Inside give now from the shotgun.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here's the second down play. Caught in the backfield. It's Payne. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
Crucial third down play coming up. To the air, it's Hoover. Screen to the receiver in the flat. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Trying to find some room. It's Barnes. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Motion now from the tight end. Looking to pass here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Barnes. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Horned Frogs looking to keep this drive rolling. And there's the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll give it to the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
He's brought down at the 33. Brings up third down.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set, the 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback. Make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. That miss leaves us with a 21-point game. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Looks to his left and makes the completion. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Looks right for a quick completion. They stop him, but it's a first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
The receiver grabs it, finding some room at the 25. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's first and goal.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. It's a quick grab. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. The Utes come up to the line in a hurry. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Utah, 21.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start the 25. And the first play of the drive now, the 25. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Lets it go quickly. He's got a man down the middle. They lose the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football.
Utah, 21.
Here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He's going to take off here. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield. Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert third and short here from the 50. Out of the gun now on third down. Catch made on the out route. And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now at the 44.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So second and 4.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The offense has done well to choose some clock here. Now they'll come up on second down. Back in motion now. Dropping back. It's Hoover. Makes a quick catch. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for his big tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
No punt. Offense still on the field, going to go for it on fourth down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Well, here we go, Chris. Talk about a game-changing play by this defense. Maybe a momentum-stealing play. I mean, there's still work to be done here. But this defense has given their offense a shot to maybe get back into this game.
They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on incompletion.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. It's been a rough game for this offensive line, allowing 4 sacks and now flagged on the holding call. Second down after that previous play. To the air, it's Dampier. Running out of time in the pocket. And they hit him just as he releases the ball, and it's incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Now on third and very long, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Hey, here's some positive yards. You love to see that. Now you've got a chance here to continue to attack this defense. They're trying not to give up the big plays, but down by a couple scores, you got to get a quick touchdown and hope to be able to get the ball back.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. That's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. Handoff to the back. Fights through a tackle. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down and Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
What a game for this offense at the line of scrimmage. They've been able to enjoy really the tempo going their way because they've been able to run the football. This guy now has 98 yards rushing, a couple more, and he'll be in triple digits. What a great day for him.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using his legs. It's Payne. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
Now they run the football here. I thought he might have enough room to be able to extend to get across that first down mark, but he's going to be a couple yards short. Good job by the defense at having awareness of space there and knew exactly what they needed to do to bring him down.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the Horned Frogs pick up enough yardage to get a first down.
To me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Grinding away with a running game. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll ride the back again here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Pulls it in, it's Payne. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Quarterback will take a knee. He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 up.
down.